Hello guys, welcome to another exciting video. In today's video I'll be showing you guys two methods of retouching. The first method is the lazy way of retouching, and then the other one is the pro way of retouching. So to start with, I have a picture of a bride here. This picture was taken on a Canon 700D using a 50mm lens at f2.2 ISO 200. What I'm using is Photoshop, and I'm using the latest camera raw. So if you want to have this camera raw which has color grading, you can go on Adobe website. The software is free. I mean the plugin, which is camera raw, you can just download and install. So to start with, let's edit the photos together. We'll go on basics and then reduce highlights and whites, and add a bit of contrast and clarity and texture as well. I'll put clarity on somewhere maybe 7 and texture maybe somewhere on 12, 15, somewhere there. Okay, nice. So to see the before, you just have to come here. This is the before, this is the after, before, after. Okay, then the next step, I'll go on curves. Just do this. Okay, before, after, before. This is the before, this is the after. Here I'll go back to curves. I think I need to reduce exposure. Okay, I think I'm happy with the result. This is my before, this is after. So from here I'll just open the image. Okay, so the image is now open. So to begin now retouching, I have to make sure that the workspace which is selected is photography. As you can see here, there are about 6 workspace. There is essentials, 3D, motion, painting, typography, and photography. So what we are dealing with is photography. Therefore, we need to select photography as our workspace. If you are working on graphic related works, you need to select maybe typography as your workspace. If you're dealing with 3D related activities, you need to select 3D as your workspace. So with me here, I'll select photography as workspace. So photography is selected. Then I'll go on adjustment. I'll make sure that adjustment and navigator is selected. Okay, so like I mentioned earlier on, I'll show you two methods of retouching: the lazy way and the pro way of retouching. So I'll start with the lazy way of retouching. So the first step that you need to do is to duplicate the layer. You can do this by either dragging the layer like this, or let me press Ctrl Z to undo, or by pressing Ctrl J. By doing so, you achieve duplicating the layer. So I've managed to duplicate the layer. So basically, what beginners usually do, they just go straight into retouching without removing the blemishes. So this is the first method that I'll show you, the lazy way of retouching. So from here, since we have duplicated the layer, we need to go on filter, and then blur, then we select surface blur. Okay, so here you need to ensure that radius is somewhere in between 30 and maybe 50. So as you can see here, I've put the figures as for radius I've put 46, and then threshold I've put 38, so I need to press OK. Okay, so surface blur is applied to the image. So the next step that I need to do is to add mask to this layer and then invert. I'll make sure that I reset the colors by pressing D, or I put white here as my foreground and black here as my background. Okay, so I need to press Control Backspace. Okay, and then select brush tool. You can select brush tool by pressing B as a letter B, or come in here where there are tools and then you select brush tool. So I've selected brush tool here. So the next step is now to adjust the brush size according to how you want it. So in this case I've reduced the brush size. Okay, and then now I'm painting on the skin. Okay, just painting on the skin. So with this method you need to ensure that you only paint on the skin and not maybe on the teeth and lips. Okay, so you can maybe whiten the eyes and teeth by maybe using the vibrance. You can come on vibrance and maybe just reduce saturation, and then you invert by pressing Control Backspace. Okay, and then paint in areas where you need to reduce or make the eyes white. Okay, so I'm whitening the teeth. So let me group the layers, this layer and the vibrance layer. I'm grouping this layer so that I can see the before and after. Let me zoom in a bit. So this is the before, after, before, after. Let me zoom in a bit again. Before, after, before, after. So this is the lazy way of retouching photos. Okay, so with the pro way of retouching, the first step that you need to do is to duplicate. Okay, when you duplicate the layer, you need now to get rid of the blemishes. So to do that, you have to zoom in the picture just a little bit, and then you select the spot hidden blush. You come here, or you press J, and then you right click and then select spot hidden blush. Okay, then we have to get rid of the blemishes, the spots. Okay, the bit of maybe wrinkles. Okay, the unwanted there. So I'm getting rid of the blemishes, the spot. Okay, so before, after, let me zoom in a bit. Before, after, before, after. You don't have to remove all the spots because that way the picture won't look realistic. So it should be done in a realistic way. So as you can see, I've only removed a few. Okay, so from here we now have to start the process of retouching. Okay, so to retouch the photos, I'll be using the action pack which I've already created. So you need to come on here on actions, and then as you can see there is skin retouch, there is the blue filter, reduce reds action, lips, dodge and bend, eye and portrait retouch action, there is eye and teeth whitening, and dark skin. So to start with, I'll use skin retouch. So I'm using skin retouch. And then you select brush tool. Okay, so I'm painting on the skin using the brush tool. So with this skin retouch action, it maintains skin texture, doesn't give you the plastic look, it maintains skin texture. Okay, nice. Okay, let me unzoom. Let me zoom in a bit. Before, after, before, after. Okay, so I'm happy with the result. So from here I need to whiten the teeth and eyes, so I'll go on the eyes and teeth action, then press play here. Okay, and then paint the teeth using the same action. Okay, and the eyes. So if you want to access this action pack, you need to go in the description and then you'll find the link which will direct you to the action pack. The action pack will make your life easy. Let me zoom in a bit for the eyes and teeth whitening action. Before, after, before, after, and can maybe here like the opacity was on 100, so I've just reduced it to somewhere 60. So before, after. So from here I'll use the lips action. This one works on the eyelids and on the lips, so you need to press play. Okay, nice. Then I'll paint on the lips. So this is the pro way of retouching. Nice. So this is before, after, before, after. Let me zoom in a bit. Before, after. Nice. So from here, I'll group the layers. Okay, let me show you the before, after, before, after, before, after. Nice. So let me just add in a bit of some curves to darken the image just a little bit. Okay. Okay. Nice. Okay. Let me group the layers again so that you can see the before and after. Before, after, before, after. So there is also um which one, the dark skin. This one works well when you're doing maybe pictures to do with maybe models. You can darken the skin if you want. And then there is also the high end retouch. You can as well use it. You can um you can also do dodge and bend, which is here. Can do dodge and bend if you feel there is need for dodge and bend. It's a one click action. There is ribs. There is also reduced action. So to access this action pack, all you need to do is to go in the description and click on the link, which will direct you to where the action pack is. Okay, thank you.